More and more Canterburyan retirees are choosing retirement villages, but it's not as easy as you may have thought. Reporter Chelsea Daniels finds out why our region's old-timers are choosing retirement homes and asks what questions you need to know.
Life expectancy in New Zealand is steadily increasing, with 12% of people over the age of 75 already living in retirement villages. The Retirement Villages Association represents nearly all of the country's registered retirement village operators, and Director John Collins says that it's a prospect that has become increasingly more popular over the last decade.
Probably simply because retirement villages have suddenly become a mainstream housing option for older people. And as we do more of these seminars and as villages themselves develop and grow, people are understanding the benefits of living in a village much more readily.
There's around 600,000 people over 65 living in New Zealand currently, with a forecast of 1.5 million by the year 2050.
10 years ago, we probably had 5% of the over 75s living in a retirement village. Today, that number's more than double. We have 12% of people aged over 75 living in a village, and we expect that that number will continue to grow, both as the numbers of 75-year-olds increase in the population, so too are the percentage of 75-year-olds choosing to live in a village. So we see that the growth will continue to grow dramatically over the next few years.
He says moving into a retirement village offers occupants greater security, more companionship, no more house maintenance and support in healthcare in case you need it later on. It's something that has increased in popularity in Christchurch, especially after the earthquakes.
We know that retirement villages have increased in popularity in Christchurch. In fact, one of the first housing developments which were completed were indeed retirement villages as following on from the earthquake. A number of operators were able to get consents and construction underway very quickly. And we also know that the number of inquiries and interest has been quite high following the earthquakes. Basically, older people got sick of trying to live by themselves in houses which were damaged, and the whole cost of ownership and the burden of ownership proved too much, and yes, people look to retirement villages as the answer.
People living in retirement villages report better mental and physical well-being, opposed to previously living in their family home or private residence. But it is understandable that it can be a daunting process looking for the right village to suit your needs. But the seminar made sure to point out the kind of questions you should ask before choosing your next new home. Retirees are urged to pinpoint the things that they really want, like, my dog has to come too. My grandchildren have to be able to come and stay. I like social activities, but only when it suits me. I need my privacy. I want a garden I can work in, even if it's only tiny. They also urge to think about your future when it comes to investing in a retirement village. Things like readily available healthcare might not be relevant now, but might be in a few years' time. We spoke to a few attendees of the seminar about why they were there and what urged them to want to know more.
Well, as one gets older, one's health starts to pack up, and it's better to go in before something serious does happen than after.
They've got a lot of activities arranged and that, and I think it'd be right.
You've got the alternative of downsizing and perhaps going into a slightly smaller place and releasing some capital, or you've got the option to go into a village and forget about all the things like maintenance and all those sorts of things, and that is an attraction.
The security, having somebody near at hand, having lots of not only cultural but physical things to be able to do within the village, meeting new people, all those things.
Ballroom dancing caught my ear.
I haven't ballroom danced for many years, but it would be fun.
So that's security means different things.
Chelsea Daniels, CTV News.